As the last video was a big success, I thought it was time to make a bit of a series out of this. Here's 10 more things I bet you didn't know about Sea of Thieves. If you don't know something on the list, then you have to drop a like. Those are the rules. Now, let's get on to the video. While the game was still in the conceptualization stage, the team were exploring methods of traversing your ship. We saw in the last episode that the team looked at using the harpoon as a means of travel. However, they also planned to have a line and weights, which you could set up zip lines around your ship. This was known as the hook, line, sinker. This wasn't all. You could also use the weight to dredge up treasure from the bottom of the sea. It would seem this was replaced by the harpoon eventually, but having a portable harpoon would have been so great. Along with this, they originally conceptualized something called the cataplank. This was a barrel and a plank which allowed one pirate to launch another by jumping on it, as a way to reach one end of the ship faster, or the crow's nest. The best bit was the heavier pirates would have increased the distance you could launch a crewmate. What a hilarious idea. I dread to think how far my fat ass would be flinging my crewmates. Shame this never got made into the game, but one can only hope for the future. Some ship sets were obviously designed earlier than others, however, some ship sets had been designed much earlier than you'd think. We have a lot of concepts for day one figureheads, with the exception of the killer whale, which is pictured alongside the others. The killer whale didn't launch until the Hunter's Call dropped in Anniversary, which landed in April 2019. For example, the Wailing Barnacle set was the first in the style released back in Shrouded Spoils. However, we can see the Silent Barnacle set in the art book and the Golden Barnacle cannons too, way back when this was released in May 2018. What is most interesting though is that the Zeus figurehead from Season 3's Plunder Pass was actually featured way back in the art book, which goes to show how early they begin designing these cosmetics and how many they have ready to be released at the drop of a hat. As a little bonus, there's also a set of liveries which have yet to be released, with the Lord Guardian recolour being the only one that actually saw the light of day. Not only is Sir Arthur Pendragon a reference to the legendary King Arthur, but a game made back in 1985 for the Commodore 64, made by Rare's predecessor, Ultimate Play the Game. The game is called Black Witch, which was the final instalment of the Dragon Skull series. The game is about Sir Arthur Pendragon's quest to free the soul of the Black Witch's former captain, Richard Cavendish. The story is retold in the Sea of Thieves Origins comic, where Pendragon frees the soul of Richard Cavendish, subsequently becoming the captain of the ship. If you haven't had a chance to read these, go have a look on Amazon, they're free to read and they're an absolute joy. In Sea of Thieves, it's possible to change your display tag to a set of generic, predetermined tags to prevent stream sniping. The names are selected from a set list, all of which actually refer to characters or concepts from the extended lore of Sea of Thieves. Many of these are main characters and their crew. For instance, there's the crew of the Magpie's Wing, Ramsay's Ghost, Rathbone's Secret, Journaling Mercia, and Cheerful Shan, with Ramsay's good friend Rowena, a tavern owner, being included too. Then we have Captain Adelhide's crew, which includes her, Lorena from the Outposts, Little Ned and Seaworthy Faisal, who make up the second main crew in the Athena's Fortune novel. There's also the crews of Demarco and Lasidi Singh, Ramsay's children. These crewmates include Alicia in Disguise, Oscar Seamark, Sharpshooter Rin, Philip Martin, Melee Silvertongue and Naveed the Healer. Lastly, for the characters, we have 3 from the Tales of the Sea of Thieves book, Ninecat Nura, one of our narrators, Trading Isidro, and Half a Stew Jean. Way back in Cursed Sails, we learn Wanda the Warsmith managed to find one of the Burning Blade's cannons. She used the metal to forge cursed cannonballs, so the cannon was destroyed. In the Heart of Fire Tool tale, we actually find the Burning Blade in its spectral form, and on the right side you can barely see it, but it's missing a cannon. It's a nice little nod to Cursed Sails. But wait, did you also know that the Burning Blade model in the event has all 4 cannons on the right side? It took me ages to check this, and I was so disappointed it didn't turn out to match. Fix it, Rare. Did you know that several cosmetics have been removed from the game for being far too similar and have not been re-added since? These included the Scurvy Build Rat figurehead, Castaway Build Rat figurehead, Grand Admiral figurehead, Ruffian Sea Dog figurehead, Scurvy Build Rat cutlass, Castaway Build Rat cutlass, Grand Admiral cutlass and the Ruffian Sea Dog cutlass. These were removed way back in May 2018, and if you own any of those items, you got to keep them. Now there is absolutely no way of obtaining these and they most likely won't return. Strange how some of the most easily obtainable cosmetics have now become some of the rarest. Way back around launch, Rare put on a competition which involved players watching a series of videos that featured a live action Umbra, who would give us clues on how to solve a riddle. These were brought out each day and the first crew to solve the riddle would win a spectacular prize. The winners received one of 4 solid gold bananas, made especially for the competition, and an exclusive cosmetic set which was a bright yellow version of the Obsidian set, with some banana sales to boot. Only 4 people in the entire world have these cosmetics and they will never be earnable again, making them the rarest sales and outfit in the game. Rare Dev sales, Overachiever, Loot and Lore, NAL and Sea of Champions pale in comparison to the rarity of these. Amazing. In the Tales from the Sea of Thieves book, there are several neat little Easter eggs to break up the story and provide a little more context to the world of Sea of Thieves. These include song lyrics, real in-game stories, and rules to several tavern games. These include Chohan Master, Karna Fortune, and Liar's Dice. The rules are explained here too. A long requested feature for the game, but probably not going to happen due to the way game ratings get automatic M or PEGI 18 for gambling, which is dumb because I can get pissed on grog, murder and pillage a ship, then butcher a defenseless animal, but betting a few coins over dice is where we draw the fucking line. Although the supplementary material to Sea of Thieves has hinted at several things added to the game, it might still happen, but probably not. In the Seabound Soul, when we open Captain Flameheart's sarcophagus, if you look carefully, he is missing a finger. This finger is nowhere to be found but on closer inspection of Stitcher Jim, where we can see it's tied round his neck. This, like the cursed cannon of the Burning Blade, may have been influencing Stitcher Jim and is possibly given to Wanda. How does it get there? Well, that seems to be a mystery. Or is it? It looks like old Horatio is carrying it in the Seabound Soul in his normal hand, holding it close to his chest. When he kneels at the end, he seems to place it on the coffin. As Flameheart can transfer things into objects, it might be that he transferred himself into the severed finger, and old Horatio was transferring his soul back to his remains, in order to prevent his enemies from finding out. Alternatively, the finger may have the binding powers itself, and Jim used it to free Pendragon. Not so much as a fact, but possibly a detail you might have missed. I can't take credit for this final one, but it's from one of my subscribers. The Reaper's chest can actually be used to track the number of crews on your server, as they only spawn if there are 3 or more crews on said server. If there isn't one on your map, you might want to hop as the server is most likely dead. Reaper's chests and bounties spawn 1 hour after the server's start time and will disappear if not interacted with. This is usually within a few hours. Also, up to 5 Reaper's chests can be spawned on one ship too at any one time. Thanks for watching. It's time for the weekly Obsidian 6-pack giveaway, which includes this fancy Eye of Reach. All you have to do is subscribe, comment your answer to the weekly question, and like the video. The last step is optional, but it really does help me out. This week's question is, did you learn anything in this video? If so, what? Make sure you comment your gamertag too. The winners will have the 6-pack added to their account automatically, and last week's winners are on the screen now. Good luck everyone. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe as we have so much more content to come, and I really want to make this my full-time job, so help me out. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.